Welcome to video night number 7, where I play a bunch of random video clips circulating around the internet. Just as the title suggests, some are political, others are comical, some mind-blowing, some brain-dead, some might just make your head shake until your eyes roll uncontrollably. And if you enjoyed this video, please give the video a quick like if you have a second, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, especially if you want to get daily updates on everything that is happening in our federal government. From the federal government themselves. I host The Swamp Monday through Friday, where I compile a lot of posts and statements, documents, links, articles, videos, all kinds of things The Swamp puts out on a daily basis. And you can get it all right here on this channel, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So the first thing I have for this string of videos is from the great ultra-high IQ governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, and the man who President Trump called the other day seriously retarded, which even triggered some Republicans, because in 2025, of course it did. So this is from Dustin Grage. Flashback to when Tim Walz fantasized about the death of the president, who had survived multiple assassination attempts, but Trump made a mean tweet, though. Of course he made a mean tweet.
You get up in the morning and you doom scroll through things, and although I will say this, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. There will be news sometime, just so you know. There will be news.
I told you it was high IQ. What, you thought I was lying? Okay, next order. We got the next one. Breaking: anti-ICE protesters currently have federal agents and vehicles blocked inside a garage in New York City as they scream, "ICE out of New York!" The fact they're allowed to get away with this is why they keep doing it. Arrest them all. And this was posted 5 hours ago. I'm assuming this was either yesterday afternoon, probably, maybe even this morning. Put my money on this morning, most likely.
Ice out of New York! 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 Ice out of New York!
All right, so these are the same people who they demand equality, they demand equal everything, equal amounts of money, free rent, free this, free food, free utilities, free everything, because they just refuse to work. Obviously, they refuse to work. They're not at work. So from Sovi, I've got a proposal. Let's just give New York City to the liberals. They can have it on one condition: all of them have to move there, and they can never leave. You didn't catch that. He used the emergency exit to sneak, not even sneak in. He just waltzed right in front of security. Putting on the dance, the show and the dance. Heading on to the subway. Didn't pay a dime, of course, because he reached his arm around and he opened up the emergency exit. I got another video regarding this a little bit later. Somebody who is not a criminal, who's not stealing fare rides, they actually show you what New York City is doing to combat this, and it's kind of mind-blowing. And we'll get to that here in just a little bit. So Leaders X Junction. This video explains how we have all been programmed. And it's about 2 minutes long. Let's see what he has to say.
What does that mean?
To take something in.
Okay, excellent. To absorb.
Oh, we got the Interstellar music going.
Everywhere, all the time.
So what is ubiquitous assimilation?
Always absorbing everything, everywhere, all the time.
Well done, George. How are you to imagine anything if the images are always provided for you? Who here read 1984 last year? Good. Anyone? Meredith?
Having two opposing beliefs at once and believing that both are true.
Excellent, Meredith. To deliberately believe in lies while knowing they're false. Examples
Why the
of
damn
this
video
in
so
everyday
small?
life. Oh, I need to be pretty to be happy. I need surgery to be pretty. I need to be thin, famous, fashionable. This is a marketing holocaust.
Yeah, well, you do need to be
24
healthy,
hours a
though.
day. For the rest of our lives, the powers that be are hard at work, dumbing us to death. So, to defend ourselves and fight against assimilating this dullness into our thought processes, we must learn to read, to stimulate our own imaginations, to cultivate our own consciousness, our own belief systems. We all need these skills to defend, to preserve our own minds.
All right, so did that come from a movie? I don't know if it did or not. I know the dude's an actor. I don't know why his name escapes me right now. I know who that dude is. He was in The Pianist. He was in Baby Driver. That was probably my favorite movie I saw him in. He was in a bunch of shit, but I can't remember dude's name. Obviously, it looks like a scene from a movie. Okay, so Nick Sorter, an Afghan national, was just arrested in Texas for making a terrorist threat, claiming he was building a bomb to blow up Fort Worth, as if we needed even more proof that Biden and Jen Psaki, who was the White House press secretary under Joe Biden, they lied when they said these people were thoroughly vetted. They imported literal terrorists. Lovely.
This just in, we have a Fox News alert from Brooke
another
Taylor.
Fox
You won't
News
believe
alert.
this. DHS
How
is
dare Fox
confirming
News?
that an Afghan national was arrested Tuesday after posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb with an intended target of the Fort Worth area.
Dude, TikTok makes people absolutely brain dead. It is unbelievable what people will post on TikTok. There's no shortage of information people will post on TikTok about their personal lives. It is absolutely mind-boggling.
Mohammed Dawood Al-Okazai is charged at the state level with making a terroristic threat. According to DHS, listen to this. He came to the United States as part of Operation Allies Welcome. So here you have it. This happened Tuesday.
The same as the DC shooter who killed, he killed one of the two National Guardsmen, still praying to God that the other one ends up surviving. He did have brain surgery. I believe it was last night and is still pulling through, still unconscious, still in the ICU. So definitely praying for his recovery. But yeah, same thing. That whole Afghan airlift that Joe Biden orchestrated, the DC shooter also was a part of that, just like this asshole.
Texas Department of Public Safety. This is a second Afghan national, second one this week. Operation Allies Welcome. He had a terror plot. We know it comes the same week that deranged individual,
like some
that
sleeper
alleged
cells
assassin,
waking up, huh?
took out two of our heroic National Guard, came here on the same program, Operation Allies Welcome, a program that we were assured time and time again by Mayorkas, by Jen Psaki, by Joe Biden himself was safe and secure. But here we have a second data point in 1 week that it was not safe, it was not secure. And we've got to look very hard at this program as President Trump is vowing to make change.
Now, just remember, if you just so happen to live in the state of Florida, just remember that you no longer need permission from the government as long as you're law-abiding. You don't have any felonies and those other boxes that they make you check with regard to firearm ownership. You don't have to have the government's permission to conceal carry, and you don't have to have the government's permission to open carry anymore. Even though open carrying, you're kind of giving up your tactical advantage. But either way, whatever you want to do, open carry, conceal carry. Look, if all these sleeper cells are starting to open up and they're starting to engage in these attacks, just know that if you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't have to have the government's permission. You can carry a gun anywhere you want to, even Publix. The grocery chain Publix even came out and said, at least the ones that are in the state of Florida, they said if you want to open carry inside our stores, you want to sling an AR-15 on your back and go grocery shopping, pushing a buggy around, you are more than welcome to do so because it is the state law. Anyway, so let's move on to Molly Pitcher. Liberals are freaking insane. This is wild. Check this out.
Take that hat off! Now it's disgusting! You're disgusting! You're wearing this outfit
Look at
that
dude's
my
face.
husband bought for this country! And look at you! Look at you! You're a piece of doo-doo and you know it! You've ruined this country! You and all of your people that are robots! Robots! You're robots! You drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you, huh? Didn't you?
Okay, was that real or was that AI? What was that? No, actually, it probably was real. I don't think that would surprise anyone if that actually happened. All right, David J. Harris Jr., first generation Vietnamese American, says America is so bad, she's considering moving back to her parents' home country. Then go. Flights leave every day, as they do.
So I am a first generation Asian American, Vietnamese American to be specific. And the irony of it all is that both of my parents fled Vietnam to avoid post-war turmoil, leaving family behind, leaving everything that they knew behind to hop on a tiny behind little boat,
If only she really
go to
knew.
a foreign country with a refugee camp, and somehow, some way, by the grace of God, end up in the southern United States. And the United States has gotten so bad that I have been contemplating fleeing the United States to my home country of Vietnam. Is that not ironic? I too would be a refugee from the hands of this administration. Like, oh my God.
I'm pretty sure the Vietnamese government, they're not going to see it that way. They're not going to take you in as a fucking refugee of the United States. You're out of your damn mind. Okay, Genius Tech, what should happen to people who dangerously block the highway? So this happened. It's like, yeah, LA, Alameda Street. So all these people that are getting held up in traffic, do you think they're going to keep voting blue no matter who? Even though they're completely having their day turned upside down because of these assholes. But the answer to my own question, my opinion, yeah, they're still going to vote blue no matter who. Of course they are. I hate the protesters, but I gotta vote. I gotta vote blue. You think the police are going to arrest them all? Of course not. No, the cops are going to show up and assist them, probably. All right. So I guess we'll just keep on trucking. Head to the next one. From Midas Cherise Lee, Tennessee, vote Afton Bain, or is it Bain? I keep hearing Bain. That's how she pronounces her own last name, but I don't see an A in there, but whatever. So let's hear what he says.
Hey y'all, Jacob Francie here, chair of the Tennessee High School Democrats. I'm out here knocking doors for Afton Bain for Congress, making sure we're getting out the vote to make sure we fund hospitals, feed kids, and fix roads together. Afton Bain is running on a platform that is only people-based. No corporations, no PAC money, only for Tennesseans.
Yeah, except her campaign took $1 million from Kamala Harris's organization.
District 7 deserves a congresswoman who will fight for them.
Among other Democrats. Yeah, they heavily threw money behind her campaign. And I've done a whole series of videos on her already, and you can check all those in my video history. And I think I actually have at least one or two of Afton Bain in this video list of videos here. So, Farm Girl Carrie, hey, Tom Holman, here's another Somali to deport.
So Trump is planning
so I guess she's
to
self-deporting
deport
now?
a whole community of Somalis in Minnesota. He posted on his Truth Social that he will end the protection for the people of Somali origin, who are apparently they have the largest community.
Yeah,
in
he just
Minnesota.
posted that on Thanksgiving.
So, like thousands of Somalis live in Minnesota, and Trump said that he is going to deport them because he said that they are terrifying the people of the United States of America. Could I say, I think at this point, it looks like Trump has completely lost his marbles. I mean, he lost them a very long time ago. But now he's just, before, like, you remember what he...
Okay, but you're not biased,
tweeting
though.
Everything when he was like, he'll be tweeting all night. I think he's gone back to tweeting all night. Like, what have the Somalis done to you? I don't know. I've never been to Minnesota, so I have no idea what the Somalis
billions of dollars in fraud, for starters.
But to say that a whole community... the young, the old, the infirm, the whole community are in gangs? That's insane.
Look, man, if you're not a burden on the taxpayer, and if you're here on a permanent residency, if you've been let in the legit way, and if you're not a burden on our tax system or our welfare system, And if you haven't broken any laws, you're not under any investigations or anything like that, if you're an upstanding citizen, especially if you put America first as permanent residents, as they're supposed to do, as far as I understand, that's what they're supposed to do, especially if you become a citizen. You have to take an oath to the United States that you're going to denounce any other country. Only the United States you're going to stand for. All right, Blue, Georgia, Afton Bain. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what political party you belong to. But if you're upset about the cost of living and the chaos of Washington, then I'm your candidate. Dude, she would be just yet another left-wing wrench to throw into the system. She would just join the ranks of the squad because that's all she'd be good for.
I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what political party you belong to. But if you are upset about the cost of living and the chaos of Washington, then I'm your candidate.
I would absolutely love to sit down and just ask just one question. What exactly do you propose? And give us the details. What do you propose to bring down the cost of living? Because Democrats don't ever have any answers to anything. They just point out problems without any solutions at all.
Part of the big news, of course, the president and the Speaker of the House hosting a tele-rally for your opponent. Do you think that's good news or bad news for you?
I think it means they're desperate and fraught with the onslaught of attack ads against me. The only reason that they are putting out all the stops is because they don't have a plan to tackle the healthcare issue and the affordability crisis. And so I'm not surprised that they are calling in reinforcements, but I challenge, I see their teletown hall and I raise them 10,000 doors that we're probably going to knock this weekend.
I want to hear what it is you're hearing from voters on the other side of those doors, because that is, you are correct, the real work. What does it tell you, though, that it's a tele-rally, that they couldn't get their butts to Tennessee?
I don't know. Perhaps they want to keep some distance between this incredibly unpopular candidate that they're running, who is my opposition.
Which, by the way, she only has a 12% chance of winning, but that doesn't give you any reason not to vote if you live in Central Tennessee. And dude, they do have kind of a point with that Republicans, they don't have a very good ground game. I mean, they need to take more points from Scott Pressler. He is insanely good at a ground game. And if we had 100 more Scott Presslers, if we even had 2 Scott Presslers per state, I think that you'd be surprised to see how overwhelming of a majority the Republican Party would end up accumulating in a short amount of time. Radio Genoa, an Islamic scholar in Europe, urges Muslims not to celebrate Christmas, saying they can only drink egg punch. Why, if they hate Christmas, do they invade Christian countries? Well, because they want to invade them and turn them into a bunch of Sharia law countries, I'm assuming.
A reminder that celebrating Christmas is not halal. Putting up a Christmas tree is not halal. Wishing people a happy Christmas.
That's fine. I'm not halal, so whatever.
Is not halal. Putting up red, white, and green lights or clothing or decoration is not halal. Attending Christmas parties is also not halal. Giving
I don't even know what the fuck halal means.
Presents on Christmas is also not halal. Drinking eggnog is actually halal, unless you're doing it to imitate the non-Muslims. The reason for all of this is that the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum," that whoever imitates a people, then he is one of them. So as a Muslim, you should be confident in your religion. Be proud that you are a Muslim. Don't try to be someone that you are not.
All right, well, he's clearly talking to Muslims. I don't think that he's talking to everybody. Anyway, so Mila Joy, when a meatpacking plant sees 80% of its workforce vanish in a single ICE raid, who's really to blame? I hope every one of these raids hits the businesses with hefty fines for hiring undocumented immigrants. Start hiring American today. Yeah, I think they can be hit with daily fines if they employ illegal immigrants. And they will get American workers as long as they don't pay them like what, $2 an hour under the table, or however much they're paying these people.
Hey, who's the sizzle with operator? Yes. Come back over here. You can find the guy that's
The Democrats make it sound like that this is new. They've been doing this for decades and decades, for a long time.
That's it.
All right, rolling on to the next. Hustle, bitch. Fast food broke America, and they'd rather let their stories die than lower prices. The guy breaks down exactly why so many fast food chains are collapsing, and it's not the economy. It's because they jacked prices sky high and refused to bring them back down. And he says, which he explains in the video. So let's play the video.
I predict that tons of fast food and restaurant places are going to go out of business before they figure it out. What am I talking about? The fact that it's so damn much money to go out to eat right now that people just aren't doing it anymore. And if they do it, they're going to places that have actually gotten it. What do I mean by gotten it? Okay, so I can go to In-N-Out for half the price of every other fast food place, and the food is better. I can go to Chili's, BJ's, or Red Lobster and get a meal for lunch for under $20 or happy hour $5 margaritas. Well, you can't go to McDonald's or Chipotle for under $20 now. Yeah, if you hit the dollar menu, you use the app and you do the little tricks and stuff. Me and my son went to Chipotle the other day. The video's everywhere. It was $52.64 for the two of us to get 2 bowls and 2 drinks. Like, these people have lost their minds. A lot of these fast food places,
burrito
a lot
bowls
of these sit-down
60,
places.
50,
like
60 $60.
Denny's. Me and my son went to Denny's to have breakfast. It's a Denny's. It was over $62 for the two of us to have coffee and our breakfast. And I was like, what the hell did we eat? Yeah, we left a 20% tip, but I was like, $60 for Denny's? Like, are you people nuts?
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
And then I saw an article the other day that Denny's has a whole bunch of restaurants closing. And it's just like these places are just going to keep going.
They closed my local Denny's
because
about
they don't get it.
About a year
they
ago.
Jacked the prices as high as they could possibly get it. They got this thing where like, okay, this is the most important quarter. Now this is the most important quarter. And we just got to keep squeezing people over and over for as much money as we can get out of them. And you squeeze so hard that now all these places are way too expensive. Like right now you can go to Chili's at lunch. You can get a burger or a chicken sandwich, fries and a drink for $9.99 and walk out of Chili's. Chili's is packed at lunch. They figured it out. Red Lobster, happy hours, $5 margaritas. Red Lobster's packed at happy hour. Does that seem right to you? Nah, doesn't seem right to me. It's great for Red Lobster.
Hell yeah,
Love
man.
it.
Red Lobster making a
But they figured
comeback.
it out. A lot of these places just jacked the prices so high, never came back down. And you see all these
They filed
layoffs.
bankruptcy recently,
You see
didn't
all
they?
these
Like
businesses
3, 4, 5
closing.
years
You see
ago?
all these businesses in bankruptcy. It's because they jacked the prices way too high and squeezed people way too hard and never came back down. And they'd rather go out of business than take a loss for a couple of quarters, get the prices back down to where they should be, and get their customers some value again. It's absolutely crazy when I see it. Let me know. Are you guys still going out to eat? Because we really try to avoid it whenever we can, and we try to cook at home. Even that's crazy with the grocery prices, but it's still better than going out. Let me know.
Yeah, he's right. It's expensive. It's absolutely ridiculous. Where I live in the St. Petersburg, Florida area. Same thing. And the Denny's locally, to me, the closest one, it closed. There's only one in the entire county now. There used to be like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 Denny's in my county. Now there's only one. So probably for that exact reason, because they're charging way too much money. So Carly Bonnet, holy shit. And it looks like whatever podcast.
Let's say the United States went to war with Colombia. Who do you side with?
Colombia.
Get the fuck out of our country. Holy fuck. Why do you side with Colombia?
Because I'm from Colombia.
You've lived here for 10 years and you're now a citizen.
Okay, still that doesn't mean I'm not gonna like side
You
with
have
my
no.
country.
Okay, I'm looking this up. Yes, becoming a citizen requires taking the oath of allegiance. By taking the oath, you pledge to renounce any foreign allegiance, support and defend the U.S.
that would make her a
Constitution
liar.
and laws, and perform service
Voided.
to the country when required by law. You do not become a citizen until you have completed the oath ceremony and received your certificate of naturalization. Did you receive your certificate of naturalization?
Yes.
Did you complete the oath ceremony?
Yes.
So you're a liar? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Here, read that shit again. I do solemnly swear that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure, I don't even know what the that means, all allegiance, Colombia, and fidelity to any foreign prince or what the potentate? Is that a fucking fruit? What the is that shit? It's like a pomegranate and a fucking potato. State or sovereignty. Did you say that shit?
Yeah.
So you didn't, you lied to get into the United States,
I
bruv.
didn't lie.
You have allegiance to Colombia.
It's not allegiance.
Originally, you said Colombia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick
Originally.
to that answer.
Yeah, you choose Colombia over the United States. That would be having allegiance to them and not us. So, yeah, that should be null and void. Sonny Boy, would you live in a skyscraper that's tethered to an asteroid in space? Introducing the Analema Tower being proposed by Dubai. Give me a break, dude.
A skyscraper
Ridiculous.
that floats from space? And yes, it's real, and it will happen in Dubai. It's called the Analema Tower, the world's first hanging skyscraper, suspended from an asteroid 50,000 kilometers above Earth. This insane structure wouldn't even be built on the ground. It would literally orbit the planet in a slow-motion figure 8 every 24 hours, flying over cities like New York, Dubai, and more. It's a vertical city in the sky, with homes, offices, gardens, even space burials. No roads, no land, just pure solar power, water from clouds, and 42 extra minutes of sunlight every day. But here's the question. Would you live in a skyscraper that never touches the ground?
It's just laughably ridiculous. And the dude that posted this, he's fighting for his life in these comments, which I was reading earlier. I didn't read like a whole ton of them, but let me see if I can find, let's see. Let me have a look. All right, so here's my comment. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, where you at, bro? 17,000 miles an hour. That's the requirement to achieve orbital velocity. And that doesn't factor atmospheric drag on the building. In other words, the object has to be traveling in space at 17,000 miles an hour in order to not be flung out from Earth's orbit or fall into the Earth itself. In other words, the space station. That's how fast the space station is traveling around the Earth. There's a reason why the International Space Station orbits all the way around Earth every 90 minutes. It's also 250 miles up. For geostationary orbit, this asteroid that it's tethered to would have to be 22,236 miles above the Earth, which still wouldn't work because the weight of the skyscraper itself, combined with atmosphere drag, the wind is never constantly calm either, would pull the asteroid and the building to the ground in a short amount of time. Also, these 22,236 mile long cables will be stretched between 20,000 miles where 900,000 pieces of space debris orbits. If a single piece of debris hits a cable, even a penny-sized bolt, it would cause a catastrophic failure. So that's just my opinion. I'm no expert. I'm just an amateur when it comes to astronomy, but I've always been into astronomy, and this would simply not work. It's absolutely ridiculous. Even looking at the image itself, where they showed the here, let me just take a look. It is where is it? It shows it, yeah, right here. Like it shows like just a little bit. So this would have to be over 22,000 miles away from the Earth for it to orbit the same rate that the Earth is in that manner. It would have to be 22,000 miles away. So they would have to make a cable that is essentially the same length as the entire circumference of the Earth for that to be possible. And yeah, so they make it look like that the asteroid is just, hold on, where was it? Yeah, like right here. So they make it look like the asteroid is just barely above where the building starts. I mean, that's hardly 20,000 miles of distance, clearly. But it's laughable. I don't know if they're just trolling. I don't know if it's just clickbaiting. Probably just clickbaiting. Not sure if Dubai is actually seriously considering this, because any expert in astronomy or physics or astrophysics, they would take one look at this and say, dude, this ain't fucking possible. There's no way. And look, even NASA and amateurs alike, probably universities, they've proposed the possibility of building an elevator into space. And they've determined that that's not possible either for similar reasons, because it just can't, it's not feasible. So, all right, whatever. So I'll get off that soapbox and move on to Mike Hundema. Stop giving power to people who don't believe in science, or worse than that, pretend they don't believe in climate change for their own self-interest. Harrison Ford, there's no time to wait.
To people who don't believe in science, or worse than that, pretend they don't believe in science for their own self-interest.
Obviously, you didn't get the memo from Ricky Gervais that people don't give a fuck what you Hollywood celebrities, what you got to say. You got like a 4th grade education. What did he say? Greta Thunberg has a better education than most of these Hollywood celebrities. So we don't give a shit what they're saying. They're low IQ, generally speaking.
They know who they are. We know who they are. We are.
Oh, but he gets mad, so we gotta pay attention to that.
Poor, powerful, or powerless, we will all suffer the effects of climate change and ecosystem destruction, and we are facing what is quickly becoming the greatest moral crisis of our time, that those least responsible will bear the greatest costs.
Well, or they're just, they just pretend for a living, and they just want to make some impact on humanity in any way they can, because making Hollywood movies, it probably ain't as fulfilling as you might think it might be. Anyway, Hollywood Horror Museum. It's really just a matter of time. Well, and you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe it's only a matter of time before we get that far. Who knows? Okay, Internet Hall of Fame. No way they're this willing to put lives at risk in the case of a real emergency for that $3.
New York City subway stations are now making it extremely difficult for...
Okay, this is it. This is where he shows the emergency exit and what New York City's doing about that with the dude that reached his arm around the emergency exit to get in for free.
anyone to use the emergency exit doors. Check this out.
So it won't open.
Feels slightly illegal, doesn't it? Like, what if there was an actual emergency and everyone was trying to leave the station and you couldn't even open the door?
Yeah, no shit. If people are piling to the emergency exit and 20 seconds goes by, yeah, people are definitely going to get trampled and killed, for sure. All right, the Tennessee Holler, Tennessee District 7. Get out and vote. If your vote didn't matter, Republicans wouldn't work so hard to suppress it. This would be the biggest upset of the year. Monta Mater, I'm not sure who that is, says Republicans are scared. Probably Afton ban is going to win even after they gerrymander Tennessee and suppress the vote, yada, yada.
She's only doing it for clout. She's only doing it because she'll get national name recognition. She's a radical leftist that'll never fly in Tennessee. There's no way she can win. These are all the things I heard about Afton Bain's campaign as soon as she announced it, before she even won the Democratic primary. And now she is so close to winning that Republicans are already calling for election law to be changed so that they can decrease voter turnout, because that's when they win. Keep in mind that District 7, where we're voting in this special election, is so gerrymandered that it split Nashville into 3 parts so that they could dilute progressive votes, because Nashville itself is progressive. And she's going to win it.
I don't know about all that, but I don't live in Nashville, so I don't know.
And they know that she's going to win it. And that's why they're trying to suppress people's votes, because if your vote did not matter, they wouldn't work so hard to suppress it. Tennessee would not be as gerrymandered as it is if your vote did not.
Or she just showed her true colors. She's been for defund the police. She broke into the governor's office. She barged into the governor's office and was literally dragged out by security, kicking and screaming. She was literally screaming and sobbing and crying when she was dragged out of the governor's office. She also barged into the Tennessee legislature and started screaming from the balcony, and she was forcefully removed by security there as well. She's done a whole bunch of just absolutely unhinged bullshit.
They know that high voter turnout means they lose. They know that if they don't gerrymander, they lose. So they continue to cheat because your vote matters. They continue to suppress your vote because your vote matters.
Yeah, because Democrats totally haven't gerrymandered the hell out of the blue states.
Today, the 25th, tomorrow, the 26th. Get out.
Isn't it the state of New Mexico, like 30% or 40% of the state has registered Republicans, but they don't have a single representative in Congress? And that's not the only state. It's the only one that I know of, but there's Massachusetts might be another one. There's a few blue states where they've got a sizable percentage of Republicans that vote in that state, and they don't have a single representative in Congress because they've gerrymandered the hell out of the state. California is another example. It's like 35% of California who votes, they vote Republican, but what is it, like 52 or 53 representatives in Congress are from California, but yet only, 7 or 9 out of those 52, 54 are Republicans. So they've gerrymandered the hell out of California. And then they just now passed that proposition, where they're going to gerrymander it even further.
And vote, it matters. And go to Afton for Congress.
Oh, but it's only the Republicans doing it,
even if you don't live
according
here,
to her.
You can phone bank. They know how close she is to winning, which is why they're making these demands, which is why they're trying to suppress people's votes.
Latest poll
Don't
shows her at 12%.
Them do it. We can take District 7. This would be the biggest upset of the year. And
why would it be such a big upset if she's so guaranteed to win them?
Actually get somebody in office who cares about Tennessee instead of Bill Lee selling us out, closing hospitals, causing people to lose healthcare because they will do whatever the Trump administration wants them to do. We've got 2 days. Get out and vote, Nashville. Please go to AftonForCongress.com if you want to volunteer and help out. We can take this, but we've only got about a week left.
Okay. Well, yeah, and the election day for that election is on the 2nd of December. And yeah, if you live in Nashville, get out there and vote. I mean, I would say just do your homework, do your due diligence, look up and see what Afton Ban has been engaged in over the last 5 years or so, and you might vote one way or another. Kira, the woman who went viral and received backlash for buying all the rotisserie chickens and arguing with customers, was actually giving them to the homeless for Thanksgiving. She deserves an apology. Well, I'm not so sure if that's actually true or not. Of course, they're going to say that to make them appear so virtuous. But this did get 100,000 likes and 4.6 million views. But do you really believe this lady was given to the homeless? Maybe she was. I don't know. I don't know this lady. She said, I'll slap the shit out of you. Is she paying for this stuff with cash or with SNAP benefits? Maybe with SNAP benefits, perhaps.
¿Está reclamando? Sí. Gracias. Señor. Señor.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. What she got at the grocery store ain't in these containers, though. You see, that doesn't look the same now, does it? No, it doesn't. We don't know what's in these containers here. It could be completely empty for all we know. All right, whatever. So we'll just move on to the next thing. Puppies. Would you get this for your dog? No. But I don't have a dog. I like kids. I don't know, man. I think the American Humane Society might feel some kind of way about that. I don't know, though. Maybe they'll be fine with it. I doubt it, though. So anyway, Brandon, what's the first thing you are buying if you won this amount of money? If I had that amount of money, those are all $100 bills, by the way. If it's even real. It could be prop money for all we know. But if it were real, I would probably buy gold. Probably buy a lot of gold. Because that money is just losing value sitting there. Yeah, wrapped in cellophane, that's probably prop money. I don't know. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe it's not prop money. Maybe it is. Yeah. Could be. Might not be. Okay, Susie Rizzio. On Thanksgiving, tons of people opened up their Ocean Spray cranberry sauce, and all they got was a tin can full of water. Some also opened their green beans and got water, too. Yes, I see what she's opening the can with. Oh, yeah, yeah. She opens the can with a friggin' knife, which is hilarious.
Let me watch me open this one. Okay? Yeah, make a video. You hear the juice, too. Make a video, because I'm sure opening to that Ocean Spray shit. They're going to pay me. Ooh-wee. All of them like that? Oh. The fuck is this?
Water.
That is sold us cans of water.
What the hell, Ocean Spray? It's not cranberry juice, it's cranberry sauce. It's supposed to be. You know, I was thinking, well, okay, well, if it was cranberry juice, I don't know, maybe they're putting it through some process where they're removing, like, dyes or something. No, it's cranberry sauce. So, not sure what's up with that. Yeah, I don't know. It's TikTok. You can't ever believe what's on TikTok. It's like 90% of it is just a bunch of smoke and mirrors and misdirection and all that. So, it could have just been a can of water, and they could have just taken the label off of the Ocean Spray cranberry sauce and just slapped it onto a can of water. Because, yeah, I think they actually do sell cans of water, like survival, you know, like stocking shelves with survival water, even though it's kind of silly to put it in a can that small. But, all right, Brian Atlas. Men, would you date her? Why not? Is it her shining personality? I don't know.
If someone tells me that they're interested in me and I should just give them a chance, I genuinely ask them, what are you going to give me that I already don't give myself? I have an extensive routine, okay? I wake up at 4:30, I read for an hour, then I go to the gym for an hour. Then I get ready to go to my full-time job. While I'm getting ready, I make myself breakfast. Then I pack my lunch, which I have already meal prepped for myself for the full week. I go
The hell does she want? A medal? She's a fucking adult. That's what adults are supposed to
to
do.
work, I come home from work. I come home, I go to the gym for another hour or two. Then I come back up to my
Congratulations,
apartment
you're doing
that
what
I
men have
pay
been
rent
doing
for,
forever.
And I clean, I cook, anything else. And then if I have any time before my 9:30 p.m. bedtime, I do another one of my many hobbies that I have. Color, read, crochet, puzzle, who knows. What are you going to give me that I already
No
don't
hobbies,
give
though.
myself? I
Just
want something,
puzzles.
I buy it. I pay for all my own bills. I cook
Oh, yeah,
for
tattoos.
myself.
Maybe
I
that's a
clean for
hobby.
myself. What are you going to give me that I already don't give myself? Because my time is fully booked.
All right, well, then just die alone. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. You know, buy a dog, buy a cat, and then enjoy yourself. Okay, Surajit. It's been burning for 48 hours, yet not a single building has fallen. That is crazy. Not all of, I don't think all of them burned, but a substantial amount of these high rises burned. Almost 5,000 people live in these high rises. Last I heard, it was like 86 who had died in these fires. Like this building was completely consumed by fire, and I mean, you could see the soot and where the fire broke out in other buildings, but they had bamboo scaffolding going around these buildings with this green mesh, and that's what caught fire and spread the fire all the way up these high rises. And this was in Hong Kong, by the way. Oh, is there not going to be sound? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be sound, but it's only 12 seconds. Just showing aerial footage of it. But it looks like the fire is finally out, maybe. At least it's not smoking anymore. So yeah, that happened during the week, just this past week. Okay, WTF is her problem?
Oh, fuck no, I'm fucking shaking. You want to come in my store and talk about the National Guardsmen that were shot and tried to turn it into a fucking racial issue when white men have been out here murdering kids in school fucking almost weekly here in America? You want to talk about how white men go around and shoot up malls and schools and churches and mosques and all that fucking shit? It's always white people. But the one time that somebody that isn't white does something, you want to use it to justify your whole fucking racist cause. Fuck you. Coming here with that shit again, I will fuck you up.
Of course, she doesn't say it while they're there. She has to make a friggin' video about it afterward. So, I mean, I can only imagine what's in the comments. I mean, it's almost pointless to even look in the comments just because, you know, it's going to be, I don't know. I guess we'll just take a quick look. She means white transmission men, a.k.a. white women. That's funny. Yeah, pertaining to transgender shooters have been a pretty popular subject lately. The only white men that have been an issue lately were those who used they, them pronouns. She needs mental help. She's whiter than me during winter. She's an MFer racist. Yeah, well, they typically are on the left. Mental illness is real. This woman should be in an institution, and so on and so forth. Oh, yeah, so the most prolific serial killer in American history is a black man, actually. His name is Samuel Little. He killed 100 women, which is actually true if you want to look that up. Full of anger and self-loathing is why she hates. Mentally ill on display. Why I hate TikTok. Yep, she called trans women men, LOL. Yeah, she's misgendering them. Uh-oh. LMAFO, put the fries in the bag. Okay, all right, whatever. Let's just get back to it. So we got this from News Doge. Just gonna leave this here.
All the other countries that wonder and say that Americans are just fat and lazy and they don't do anything to better themselves. This is what $115 gets you. Let me show you. We were able to get some Ritz crackers, one thing of cereal, some ramen, more ramen, tuna, bag of potatoes, a few avocados, some snacks, desserts, 2 bags of chips, ice creams, pizza rolls, some sausage biscuits, one thing of Dr. Pepper.
All
of
junk
this
food. Except the avocados, I guess.
$115.
Well, it shows the price of the avocados.
We're not making it.
It's probably like 20%
This
of
is
everything
going
you
to
got
feed
up
my
on that
kids
table.
for less than a week. And this doesn't include any dinners. There are no dinners here. This is lunch and snacks. I don't know how people are making it. It's hard out there.
Oh, well, here's an idea. Don't snack all day and skip breakfast. Okay, to find L's, liberal removes her septum piercing because of septum piercing theory. Really?
Septum ring piercing theory. Now what? Now what?
I don't know. You tell me.
What next? What's your next move? Checkmate.
The next move is you put it back in. That's your next move, lady. Brandon, bro, properly clean her ground beef before cooking. This is disgusting. What's really happening? Again, it's TikTok. Don't believe what you see on TikTok. Using dish soap ground beef. But if you notice, it's a lot redder here than it is over here. I mean, it looked a little bit like pale red, maybe starting to turn somewhat of a grayish color when she was mixing it up with the dish detergent. I'm totally calling this completely different, but that's TikTok. It's all about misdirection. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. That deer jumped the whole family just because he was embarrassed after that fall.
Oh my God! Back up. One baby bear. Baby. Baby, come. No!
Dude, your dog's gonna be fine. He ran under the car. Dude, that buck's gonna fuck you up, dude.
Baby. I can't get the car. It's locked. Oh, shit. Get around the other side of the car, then. Baby, come here. Baby, come here.
What is this, Ohio? Maybe Ohio? That's my guess.
Wait, car go.
All right, whatever. Shoot it. Just shoot it, man. Okay, well, you know, I get it. He's not in a place. He probably could run around to the back door, but the back door is probably locked. Okay, no contact beams. Leaving my car in a sketchy neighborhood. Okay. I have no idea what to think about this. It doesn't make any sense to me. If anything, somebody's gonna bust that window thinking somebody's unconscious in a hot car. No idea what she's doing there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's totally over my head. Or maybe it's just girl logic that I just don't understand. But all right, whatever. Let's move on. So Midas Charisse Lee. Let's go. Afton. Afton banned another one. Tennessee District 7. Vote, vote, vote. Oh my God, this is 2 minutes. Yeah, maybe I should have skipped this one, but maybe not. So that's an image of her there.
This is the only congressional race in the entire country. Everyone is watching to see if it will affect the balance of power in Washington. Afton Bain won the Democratic primary. Why do you think you won? What set you apart in that primary?
Grassroots energy and not taking corporate PAC money.
She's hoping to flip.
But she did. She did take PAC money. She took a lot of it, like 7 figures worth.
Pot for potholes. So what does that mean? She wants to legalize marijuana and use the money to help pay for road repairs, bridge repairs, and mass transit.
So that is something that I would absolutely push for, especially.
Yeah, look, I think like smoking weed in your house is perfectly fine. I don't have an issue with that. But the biggest pushback people have had with regard to being able to smoke weed wherever you want, just legalize that across the state, is that the whole state just constantly smells like pot. Everywhere you go, you just smell weed constantly everywhere. And, you know, it might be fine for those who are potheads, but for a lot of other people, it's just unpleasant.
Since considering the intersection with criminal justice reform as well.
Well, cigarette smoke was at one time.
Legalizing marijuana. She thinks it's a good idea for Tennessee. She thinks it's a good idea nationally. She thinks that money, it can be used for all kinds of things.
One key tenet of my campaign mantra is fixing roads, ensuring that we are leveraging as many federal dollars as possible to bring down for fixing our roads and implementing
Why you got to rely so heavily on the federal government? Why can't your state do the job itself?
Transit systems.
Before even entering politics, she made it clear
because they're Democrats, man. They want to bring about communism, socialism.
Here you can see her in 2019. You can see she was removed from the House chamber because she was protesting a state lawmaker. She wanted that
Yeah, she was throwing a hissy fit.
because of
Call it for what it is.
abuse allegations.
We need that fearless leadership that will stand up to the big interest. Will stand
Yeah, but in this country, aren't you presumed innocent until proven guilty? Not if you're a
up
Democrat.
to the puppet masters, right? And that is the fight that I'll take to Washington.
It's safe to say anyone running for office should have a strong social media presence. She certainly does. She is using social media to try and attract young voters.
Yeah, it's called brainwashing.
She says want fresh representation in Washington.
They want to see someone who's not pale, stale, and male.
But of course,
The squad's already there. They're already present and accounted for.
Part, our race will
All she would be is just another
mobilization, and not
another
just
tally.
mobilization of Democrats, but mobilization of independents, the coalition of the disenchanted.
Because what she wants to do is flip this seat.
If you think things are going well,
Even though she's publicly stated that
I'm
she
not your
hates
candidate.
Nashville and she hates country music. She's been quite clear on both of those, that she hates the exact city that she's trying to represent. Eric Daugherty just in, many Somalis are getting fed up with the West, declaring they will leave and go home. I'm moving, I'm gone. Muslim country, we're going to rebuild our country. Great. Deport yourselves from America and all Western nations. Look, I think that's a great thing. If they, even if he was born here and he's got Somali parents, or if he's in the UK or whatever country that in the West that he's living in, if they want to move back to Somalia and rebuild the country and try to build it back up into a first world nation status, I think that's a wonderful thing. I mean, I think every country on earth should be at least aspiring or at least working as hard as they can to ascend themselves up to first world status.
All roads lead to Mogadishu, Somalia. I've booked my flight. By the end of this year, I'm moving to Somalia full time, bro. The West does not want us here anymore, so it's cool, we're cutting. You man are saying all roads lead to Rome. I'm saying all roads lead to Somalia, bro.
This dude's gonna lose so much weight.
I don't know who I'm gonna meet. I might meet some criminals on the run, but that's live. I'm trying to meet some drill rappers. I'm trying to meet a few people out there. I'm not only gonna be going to Mogadishu. Obviously, the whole country is non-extradition treaty, innit? Even though I can't, like, why am I saying that? Because I'm not even a criminal. But, bro, do you get what I'm saying? I'm tired of London. I'm tired of Northwest London. I'm tired of this whole city, bro. All roads lead to Rome. Banna, all roads are leading to Mogadishu, Somalia, bro. I'm moving. I'm gone. Muslim country. We're going to rebuild our country from the ground up. And I'm going to be the first one to do it, bro. Let's go. End of this year, it's to Somalia. Here we go. I can't wait. Bro, I don't know the language, but I'm going to learn it.
Do you think he's really going to go, though? I think he's really going. Again, it's probably just another TikTok video. Maybe he's going to go, or maybe he's going to realize nobody's following him. Then he's like, well, I'm not going to go by myself. Or maybe in 3 or 4 years, he might end up running the country single-handedly. Who knows? So shell shock, like, literally.
I don't think, like, the general public is, like, understanding, like, this guy was literally Mr. Evil, Nazi, like, racist, like, Hitler. Like, he is literally super villain level. Like, above all, he was a father and a person. I don't give a fuck. Like, he was literally the devil. He was the devil sent from hell. Like, what are we talking about? Above all, he was a father. I don't care, you guys. I don't care that he was a father. Being a father doesn't absolve you from
cares so little that she's making a video
like,
about it.
What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Above all, he was a good man. No, he wasn't. He was the definition of an evil motherfucker. Like, yes, I'm glad he's dead. Oh no, lock me up. Arrest me. Like, he is the devil. I'm glad he's dead. This is insane.
All right. So I don't know. Let's see. So September 16th. So you can guess who she's speaking of. Okay. News Doge. Who was in the wrong here? Who was in the wrong here? This is posted from Clown World.
Shit. People just bring their damn dogs into the store. They don't look like no damn circus animal. You look at it just barking and shit. Don't be next time. Take that damn dog outside and leave it in the damn
service animals don't bark like that.
That ain't no damn service animal. Why you got
Not
that
that I'm
damn
aware
dog
of.
in the store? I don't give a damn. Why you got that dog in the store?
Yeah, man. Some people, man, they just really don't want dogs in the store. But you know, I mean, maybe he's highly allergic to dogs. I mean, that's always been my understanding as to why they don't allow animals into indoor public buildings, is because some people are just highly allergic to animals. Okay, community notes and violations. Liberal woman says she plans to be child-free all of her life, so she's getting her fallopian tubes removed. Okay, whatever. More power to you, I guess.
Hi, everyone. So I'm child-free and plan to be child-free for the rest of my life.
And so
Well,
I'm
she's
getting
also,
my fallopian
also
tube
morbidly
removed
obese.
in October, the end of October.
It's not a
I was
healthy state to
wondering
be in if you're going to try to have kids.
If any of you, sorry, stumbling over my words a little bit.
And we can't forget the
if any
septum
of you have
piercing.
gotten it done, what was your experience like? Was it hard? Was it easy? The surgery, like, because I'm just nervous. I'm a little nervous. But yeah, if you have any, like, advice or any things that happened to you when you got your tubes removed, or even hysterectomy or anything like that with things like that, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, just comment or message me or whatever. Again, I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, just do it, whatever. The fuck do we care? I don't know why the hell you're even making a video about it. Virtue signaling, that's why. Dr. Jebra Fauché, I'm taking this very personally and think perhaps she is directing her words toward me. Then again, it could be any of you. Whatever the case, lock your doors and windows.
Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving fucking Day. You stupid motherfucker. I hope
Oh, she's
you
alone for
rot,
Thanksgiving.
Okay? I will find a way to curse you. Yeah, that's right. I have a fucking Ouija board. I don't know how to use it, but I will. Okay?
She got Pocahontas
I hope you
eyes.
burn your turkey. I hope you try to stuff the turkey and your fucking hand gets caught in his anal cavity. That's what I hope. I hope you burn every roll. I hope your fucking casserole tastes like shit. Yeah. I hope your fucking deviled eggs don't come out right.
Oh, someone can't
I
cook.
hope you just burn it. All of it. You stupid motherfucker.
All right. Well, I ordered out for Thanksgiving, so joke's on you, lady. I got Village Inn Thanksgiving dinner. It was delicious. It was the second time in my life that I had cranberry sauce, and oh my God, it's so good, dude. Why have I waited so long to have cranberry sauce? Okay, a MAGA cult slayer. Let's make this be famous. All right, hold on. When was this? January 27th. Damn, dude, this is fucking forever ago.
Families are being separated if somebody's getting deported. I actually find it hilarious. It gives me a great deal of comfort. I have no sympathy that your child might grow up without a father because he got sent back to Mexico or whatever. I mean, y'all are welcome to go with him. Don't forget that's an option. That's a choice.
Well, they actually
that you're
encourage them to go back with
making,
them.
right? I don't have...
Because they don't want to separate families. And they often don't separate families unless the children are coming into the country with someone who is not their family or they can't prove who's their
any
family.
Sympathy for your little videos that you're making on social media with all the tears. I don't give a shit. I'm actually fucking laughing at you that you're sitting there crying for attention. Okay. I find you guys
About
to
all
be
they want.
subhumans.
It's all about attention.
Now, while you're sitting there judging me because I don't care that families are going to be separated from each other, I'd invite you to recall that hundreds of J6ers were separated from their families for something that equates to little more than a trespassing charge.
Yeah,
Where
for
were you
years,
then?
by the way.
Okay, bye.
And solitary confinement. Some of whom were not even there. There were some individuals who weren't even fucking there, and they got arrested and thrown in prison. I believe one was Enrique Tarrio, and that was one of them. And I'm sure there were others. I'm positive there were others who were not even in the state. Actually, I don't know if it was Enrique Tarrio, but somebody was arrested and thrown in prison for January 6th. They weren't even in the fucking country when that happened. Financial dystopia. Doritos needs to change its nutrition label. This is stupid. And they actually got me to bring up my scales. Anyway, here, I'll just play this first.
Oh, no, I'm gonna call fucking Dorito, because what the fuck? Okay, wait. It's this 30 servings per container, right? Serving size, about 11 chips. Oh my god. 28 grams.
Notice the plate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 fucking chips. 6 chips is 150 calories.
Yeah, half of what they...
That is not 11 chips. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Again, brain dead TikTok. But yeah, he actually got me earlier today. I actually pulled out my scales because I have food scales, and I laid out the same thing, like 5-6 Doritos chips, and no, like it's literally 11, measures about 28 grams. It's the fucking plate. The plate that adds to the weight, lady. Anti-woke memes. Gay liberal man wants an apology from MAGA. What is your response to him? Well, let's hear what he has to say first, and then we'll respond.
So I want an apology from every single motherfucking Trump supporter, including my own mother, that wanted to sit there and tell me nothing was going to happen to gay marriage.
See, most
Trump
liberals,
is
they have a
all about
conservative
gay
family member,
marriage.
at least one.
Nothing's going to happen to gay marriage. Okay, why is the Supreme Court hearing a case next week about Kim Davis, who is refusing shit to our community.
See, this is just the same guilty until proven innocent mentality that the fucking hearing hasn't even happened yet. They haven't even ruled on anything yet, and he's already assuming that they're just going to overturn
Just
it.
because it was against her religion.
I mean, wasn't it the conservative Supreme Court? Because I think we've had a conservative Supreme Court for over, 90 years or something like that. And it was the conservative Supreme Court who allowed gay marriage in here in the first place back in 2015.
But now it's going to be brought up on a national case. So now in 9 months, a year from now, look back at this when gay marriage is illegal, and I motherfucking told you also. And you motherfuckers wanted to call me a crazy liberal that was overreacting. No, motherfucker, I read up on shit. I knew this shit was going to happen. So you motherfuckers want to come up and apologize to me when this shit happens, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, I fucking told you so. You ain't getting no goddamn apology from me. Case in point.
Okay, well, I got a feeling that this dude ain't even fucking married. So why the hell do you even ultimately really care, dude? Do you plan on getting married? Are you engaged? Are you about to get married? I mean, if that's the case, you better hurry up and get married. All right, financial dystopia. I think we already did one of those, but got another one. This dad took his kid to Chipotle. Oh, wait, hold on. We already got that one. You know what? No, this is the one he was talking about where it was circulating all over the place where he took him to Chipotle and they got 2 burrito bowls or something for $52.
Has Chipotle
So this is a
lost
different
its
video.
mind? My son and I just got done at the gym with a workout. We went into Chipotle. We got 2 bowls and 2 drinks. And granted, we did get double meat, but we didn't get chips. We didn't get guac. $52.64 for 2 bowls and 2 drinks at Chipotle. This used to be like $11 for a burrito bowl. I
don't even think it used to be that
much. I saw a story the other day about them on the news where the CEO was saying that their stock was down 15% because Gen Z wasn't eating out anymore. It's not because Gen Z's not eating out anymore.
No,
it's because you guys
too
have
fucking
lost
expensive.
your damn minds.
He's
where
right.
you guys are charging people over $25 to get a burrito bowl of cheap Mexican
Yeah, that's
food
retarded.
and a regular drink, not even a biggie drink.
Medium
like a
drink.
medium.
It ain't super
Like,
size.
how in the world do you expect people to keep coming in when you've jacked your prices over 3 times what they've been just since the start of COVID? This is 100% your fault that your stock is down 15% because you guys have raised your prices way past the point where regular people are willing to pay them. Until your prices come down, your business is going to keep sinking. I don't know what they're thinking, but am I
Can't
crazy
shove
here?
everything onto the consumer
$52
because they'll quit going.
for 2 bowls and 2 drinks is nuts.
Yeah, the last time I was at Chipotle was definitely before COVID, and I got nothing against Chipotle. I think it's actually pretty good. I just honestly never even think to go there. It's just not on my short list of places to go, but I rarely eat out. I probably eat out like maybe half a dozen times a year. I mean, I cook from home. Most of the dinners I make is from scratch. I get everything from Aldi because I'm just cheap that way because that's all I can afford. But yeah, man, like when I went to Chipotle, I could be wrong, but I really don't think that a burrito bowl was over $10 back then. And back then, I'm talking like maybe 2019, maybe it was 2018. It was a little while ago. And I have a Chipotle locally. It's just been a long time, but to charge $25, that is absolutely crazy. But anyway, so let's hear what Google has to say about this. So average Chipotle price for burrito bowl with double meat ranges between $17 to $21. So he wasn't wrong. I'm sure if you throw in the drink and a little bit of the taxes, whatever the tax rate is in the state he lives in, he's right. It does. It comes up to like $25 if you get double meat in your Chipotle bowl. But if you get just regular, according again to Google, the average price for a Chipotle burrito bowl is $12.15. I look, is a burrito bowl a traditional bowl? Are those different things? They're probably different things. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been to Chipotle, but anyway, let's go to Shipwreck. I had no idea Campbell made so many other foods. It's probably not just the soups. Here's a thread. So he's got a thread, huh? Hold on. Let me just take a look. Oh, okay, so he's got posts following the video. But anyway, let's give this a play.
So Campbell's Soup thinks it's funny to mock poor people. That's wild coming from a company that literally built their entire empire off of the same working class families that they're laughing at.
Yeah, apparently Campbell's, they've been in hot water recently. I haven't followed it. I haven't been looking into it, mainly because the federal government hasn't been talking about Campbell's. That's probably why I haven't heard anything, because I stick to just what's going on inside the federal system, specifically from like the officials and the departments and all that stuff. But that said, there's a couple more videos after this with regard to Campbell's. So my initial immediate first thought is that Campbell's has been essentially hijacked by a bunch of woke leftists who ended up getting hired into the HR department. And once they're in the HR department, that's when they just start staffing a whole bunch of progressives all over the company. And that's probably how they ended up in the situation they're in right now.
You can't spend decades selling canned sodium water and bioengineered mystery meat to people who are struggling and then turn around and talk shit about them. That's not just disrespect. That's who these corporations really are. And the comments I've seen prove it. Everyone's done. People are finally realizing that Campbell's owns, half the damn snack aisle. Goldfish, Snyder's, Cape Cod, Kettle Brand, Pretzel Crisps, Prego, Swanson, all the same company feeding us the same garbage under different labels. And now we find out that they're slipping bioengineered ingredients in the food and didn't even bother putting it in the label. But sure, the people buying it are the poor ones, right? The ones working 2 jobs, the ones stretching groceries, the ones keeping Campbell's alive for a century. This is exactly why people are pissed. This is why people are tapping out. Because if a company openly disrespects the same people that are keeping the lights on, then they don't deserve any of our money anymore.
All right, well, I would agree with them if what he's saying is true. Major Campbell's own brands, Campbell's, Chunky, of course, Swanson. I think I knew that, but maybe not. I don't know. But Pacific Foods, soups, broths, non-dairy beverages. I mean, again, I shop at Aldi. It's all Aldi brand stuff, at least in my own personal life. Yeah, and Aldi ain't perfect either. They got woke a couple of years ago, and they were in hot water for I think they were displaying rainbow flags and stuff like that. So not sure if they really cleaned all that up or not. But they're a German family company, so whatever. But Rao's homemade premium pasta sauces, dry pasta, pizza, soups, Michelangelo's, V8. It's also Campbell's apparently, Pepperidge Farm, Goldfish, Schneider's of Hanover, Lance. Neat little graphic. So yeah, the Campbell's company has all those brands. So if you want to boycott Campbell's, you could do so. You just have to also boycott all those other brands too. Just quit buying them. I mean, I think that's just like basic economics 101. If you just stop buying from that company, either they lower their prices or they file for bankruptcy. I mean, that's basically all they do, or all they can do. If nobody buys their products anymore, what else are they going to do? They can't just keep their prices high and keep their fingers crossed hoping that the public comes back, because if they don't, bankruptcy's in their future. So we'll move on to the next one. It looks like Campbell's. Campbell's is cooked, but not in our kitchen.
Hey, fuckers, you're in luck. It's 2 for $3 on Campbell's.
Hey,
They're on
fuckers.
sale.
It's on sale, 2 for $3.
I guess
It's still
nobody wants their
expensive for Campbell's.
bioengineered bullshit for the
Not
day,
by
huh?
today's standards. Not by today's standards, but yeah, I mean, historically still 2 for $3 for a tiny little can of Campbell's is still ridiculous. News Doge again. Guy thinks he's a woman because he bakes brownies for his girlfriend.
People keep telling me that I'm a fake woman because I'm transgender. Bro,
It's
look at
probably
these
satire.
brownies that I made. I spent all day in the kitchen today waiting for my partner to get home so I could present them with a tray of brownies. You think that I'm a fake woman? This is as womanly as it gets. I sit down when I pee, I wear dresses, and I love the colors purple and pink, and you think that I'm a man? I sleep with stuffed animals. Of course I'm a woman. Only girls are allowed to do that. Oh no, I obsess every day about what outfit I'm gonna wear. I'm so girly, there's so many clothes in my closet. Look how full my closet is. I just be shopping and being bisexual and I eat hot chips and I lie all the time. I'm everything that a woman is, with zero exceptions in this world. Obviously, I'm a real woman, even though I'm transgender, because I love the kitchen, and I love men, and I love shopping for clothes, and being on my phone. Gosh, I love being on my phone.
Probably satire. Again, TikTok. Giggling Ganyan. Flash flooding, they said.
It's like a waterfall.
Yeah, don't open that door.
No, I'm not. I ain't never seen it like this before.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to do right now.
Dude, that's going to flood the whole freaking restaurant.
Yeah,
Wow.
don't open that door.
No, I'm not. I ain't never seen it like
Hell
this
no.
Oh
Good lord.
my god, I don't even know what to do right
Oh, man, yikes. I don't even know what you would do with that. Yeah, I ain't got any answers for that one. Sovi, Amazon will ship you a $19,000 house. You could set up like a lawn chair, but can return it at Whole Foods if don't like the wall color. Yeah, it's a fair point. You know, can you return it if you don't like it? Probably not, at least not as easily as you might think. So this might be the future. It's the future that the World Economic Forum envisions for us, living in our little pods, eating our bug meat and all that other nonsense.
Arrived. Let it fall.
Oh, nothing would be happy.
No freaking way. Yo, it's legit.
It's like a
It's kind of small. Yo.
Terrible quality.
Gosh! Oh, it's loud in here. It's pretty nice. What's the point of windows? Can't even
What
see
do the outside. windows do?
Oh, the bathroom.
There's a whole bathroom in a shower. Wait, there's a shower? In a toilet.
Bro, you can poop and shower at the same time.
That's crazy, dude. This is kind of nice. It's just like kind of small. What's up with all this? Wait a second. Is this like half built? Like it folds. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's cool. That's what my laptop does.
Yo, the entire house has to fold out. Kind of like a puzzle. Yeah. That's a whole wall. I've never folded a house together. Hey, let me in. You're gonna kick me out already? Come on, man. Wow, it's already so much bigger. Bro, this thing is so easy to build. You literally just unfold it. That's it? That's it. That's wild. It didn't come with instructions. We just built a house from Amazon. I was kind of worried that we were going to get scammed buying this thing because it had 0 reviews. Are we the only person that has actually bought this off Amazon? They even taped
Probably.
the keys to the house to the door handle. It works!
I don't know. What do you
Arrived.
think? Not sure. I don't think that's going to hold up, at least not in the state that I live in with hurricanes and all that. But I'm sure people are looking into buying stuff like that when the average house is still hovering at, what, $380,000 a year nationwide. Eternal Classic, Culture to Japan. I believe that this is them just making a satire video about how Americans are from the Japanese perspective, which is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. Bringing American culture to Japan. Obviously making jokes about the fentanyl crisis. And people are getting all pissed off in the comments, but I was like, dude, it's a comedy skit. I mean, now, look, if this wasn't Japan, if this was China doing this, then, yeah, that might be something you could take offense to. Okay, Shell Shock, question for white people.
Y'all, why do white people eat Thanksgiving at 12 o'clock p.m., like 1 o'clock, and then black people eat at damn 6 o'clock? Like, black people really real deal be eating Thanksgiving dinner. White people be eating Thanksgiving dinner. They eat brunch and shit. Ain't no telling what they be having.
They could eat twice, dude.
Calvin show up on time. Everybody be on time for white Thanksgiving. Black Thanksgiving. Shit, everybody late. Motherfucker show up smelling like weed. And you already show up high, and you still got to go take that walk with your peoples. I'm going to eat good, though.
I don't know. It's because you just been, like, if you eat around noon or 1 o'clock, looking back, like in my childhood, we would always eat at like 1, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but earlier in the afternoon, we wouldn't eat late, not like 6 o'clock. But I just always figured the reason for that, eating Thanksgiving like 12 or 1 o'clock, is because you get to eat Thanksgiving twice in the same day, for lunch and for dinner. The Liz variant, do you think the apology video will go over well? Good.
Martin
Oh, yeah,
Ball
this
here.
is another Campbell's. I think this is also going to be satire.
I just wanted to apologize about some of the comments that I made that leaked yesterday. I said that our soup is only for poor people, that we 3D print the meat, and I said something about Indian guys. I'm not really sure what. Our soup is for more than just poor people. It's also for the elderly and for dogs. In fact, for years I've been trying to get the company to reposition itself as a dog food product. We're there quality-wise, price-wise. We're under the competition. It's kind of a huge market there. But, so no, it's not just for poor people, believe it or not. Well, sometimes I'll take some cream of mushroom soup and put it in my fish tank at home just to see if the clownfish can even survive it. And my daughter will say, "Daddy, stop, you're torturing them." But she's 7, so she's poor. So she doesn't know what she's talking about. The meat is not bioengineered either. I did not mean that we literally 3D printed. I just meant the way that we go about, raising and slaughtering chickens on a massive scale is akin to 3D printing. Just in the sense that they're cramped together, tens of millions of them, they never see daylight, and they're slaughtered as soon as they're fat enough. To show you that we are committed to making quality products that are not for poor people, we are going to triple the price of every can of Campbell's soup and triple the amount of chickens that we are shoving into our slaughterhouses. That is our commitment to you. And that is
Good grief. And that is our promise. Oh, wow. 1.8 thousand likes. Yeah. So the boycott, Campbell's, sounds like it's in full swing. MAGA forever, amen. A 6-by-3-foot piece of ice fell onto a house, and they're saying it fell off of a plane in Florida.
So we're supposed to believe a 6-foot-long, 3-foot-wide piece of ice fell off of a plane into a house in Flagler County, Florida. And oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Look at this shit.
So there was an incident where a piece of ice went through the next door neighbor. The neighbor next door saw the ice fall from the sky, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of ice. There's ice over here.
So allegedly, let's just say allegedly, that piece of ice came from a plane. Come on now. Flagler County, Florida. As I always say, I'm not big on conspiracies. I'm not.
Dude, it is cold up there.
But something's not adding up.
Ice cold.
And the fact that the next door neighbor seen when this was happening and didn't record any of it is puzzling to me. It's only one word that comes to mind when I see this. And the word is firmament. A 6-foot piece of ice fell out the sky into a home.
Yeah,
So
I don't
we're
know, man. I don't know all the physics with airplanes and stuff, but I do know 35, 40,000 feet, it is ice cold up there. Even if there's a 30,000-foot mountain sitting on the equator, there's going to be a reason why it's constantly covered in snow, permafrost. Okay, Dom Luker, breaker of narratives, developing Kim Kardashian was told she has low brain activity by a doctor.
What are those holes?
Yeah, I don't like that. So what the holes mean is low activity. Compared to this one, the front part of your
Low brain activity
is less active than it should be. With your frontal lobes as they work now, it would be harder to manage stress. And that's not good for you, especially as you're studying and you're getting ready to take the boards.
That just can't be. It just can't. Not accepting.
For whatever reason, you're not getting, and it could be the chronic stress that you've been under trying to think about taking the boards in a couple of months and studying 10 hours a day, not to mention all the other things that go on in your life.
Yeah.
But we have to make it better.
I gotta get on a plan to really figure this out because I have some to do this summer.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Low brain activity. Kim Kardashian. HealthBot, stop using your microwave.
Most people have microwave ovens, cook a lot of food that way. Is that good?
It's the best way to kill yourself really, really fast. You can even do a test. Microwave water, let it go cold so you don't think the heat did it. And you have your flower pots, 2 flower pots with the same flower, bought at the same shop. And one you water with regular water, and the other you water with microwave water. The one you water with microwave water is dead in 3 to 7 days. Dead. Not minusculely growing. No, it's done. The military started to, for reasons to get food faster warmed up for our military, they tried microwaved food. After 3 days, they had to stop because everybody was throwing up, dizzy and nauseous. The microwave is basically destroying every food value that's in the food and turning it into a toxin. So everything out of the microwave is highly toxic. And the food value is completely zero. So it doesn't really matter if you have a bowl of vegetable soup that you warm up in the microwave oven or if you eat cardboard. It makes no difference because the food value is not there anymore and it also becomes toxic.
Is that really true or not? I don't know. Maybe a little conspiratorial. I'm sure there's definitely going to be a lot of people who stand right alongside him saying that microwaves, it's just like absolutely destructive to food, which it probably does, nuke a lot of nutritional value out of food. But I grew up with a close friend of mine. They had a stove, they had an oven, they never used it. They used a microwave every day for years. I'm sure that's still how he cooks his food 3 times a day. He nothing but the microwave. And he's still alive. I know he's still alive, and he's 40 years old, so he's been eating microwave food probably since damn near the day he was born. But anyway, that whole plant experiment, that'd be a good experiment idea for anybody looking for a science fair project coming up in the future. Buy 2 of the same plant at a Home Depot or a botanical store or whatever, and Give that a try. Give it microwave water versus regular water and see what happens. The Alpha Mindset, Dean Graziosi shares the best advice.
If I order medium rare steak at a restaurant and they bring me well done chicken, I just eat it.
So do I.
Who gives a shit?
So do I.
I actually do too.
Like,
That is kind of funny.
Traffic and then flips me off.
Like, whatever.
Wow,
I guess I'm eating chicken tonight.
Traffic is bugging you that much, you'll never be successful. So know that.
But they ain't charging me for a steak, though.
A friend doesn't ask you to go to the mall, or someone cut you off in traffic, or you think a friend offended you, or you think a coworker's being a little rude, then you're screwed because you're worrying about the wrong things. Spend that energy on solving big problems, and you accomplish big things.
Yeah, man, time is money, right? You got to focus on the big shit, not the stupid petty shit. Matrix Mysteries, 2 years in a row, I got a raise, and both times my insurance took the whole thing plus $217 a month. Quote, it's like they watched me get ahead and snatched it back. A worker breaks down how his paycheck goes up, but his take-home pay goes down thanks to soaring insurance premiums. Yeah, dude, I think like almost all of us have the exact same story. Miraculously, my car insurance actually went down a little bit over the last year. And again, I live in the state of Florida. I think it's like the highest car insurance state in the country, but my car's 27 years old, and it's a little economy car. It's like a little 99 Mitsubishi Mirage that was built in June of 1998. So that's probably why it's so cheap for me. But you got to pay the 6 months up front. You pay the 6 months up front, you'll save like 20% of your insurance.
What are you?
Not that I'm advertising for them or anything.
Same thing 2 years in a row. I got a raise. It was awesome. And Blue Cross Blue Shield got word that I got a raise. And
Okay,
said,
we're talking health insurance.
Fuck that. I want all the raise plus $217 a month. Insurance premiums are up 91%. So you get a raise, which is good, and then the insurance is like, fuck you. It's like a cake with nuts in it. It's like free pop, and you get up there, and it's fucking Pepsi. I've already talked about that. It's syrupy, and it tastes like shit. It's like you get out of the shower, you're squeaky clean, and then you're like, oh, I got a shit, mate. And you got fucking diarrhea. You get out of the shower and you're clean, which is good, and then you get diarrhea, which is bad. And I hope every fucking person at Blue Cross Blue Shield gets diarrhea. Can I hope that? Can I say that? I'm not wishing violence. I don't hope them ill. I just hope they get the shits. And it's so bad they had to go to the ER, which is a $250 copay. And while they're standing there in soggy shoes, it looks like the fucking Demi Moore factory had an accident.
He's lucky.
Like Louis Armstrong meets Montezuma's Revenge, and it turns into a soft serve machine. Fuck those guys. And I hope whatever medicine fixes it isn't covered. I had surgery last year, and I was in such bad pain, the doctor called in a pain suppository. You heard that right, suppository. And it wasn't covered.
Oh, yeah, not to mention, dude, doctors these days are so ultra paranoid about opioids, prescribing opioids. It is fucking atrocious that somebody who gets out of surgery, they're given like a 3-day supply of fucking painkillers. It is absolutely brutally and fucking insane.
If you hurt so bad you're willing to stuff the medicine in your asshole, it should be free. So, yeah, I'm in a bad mood. Fuck you, Blue Cross Blue Shield. It should be Brown Cross, Brown Shield. Hope they all get the shits.
Well, yeah, man, and look, like a lot of people ain't happy with United either. I think that's been crystal clear recently. But yeah, as far as the emergency room goes, I think I had to pay like 45% of the entirety of it, up to like, I think it's like an $8,000 ceiling or something like that. Like no matter what it is that I have to get done, and I got insurance, and that's the way it is for me. It's absolutely insane. Just to think like 10, 15 years ago, insurance was just so much more affordable than it is now. It's like if you go to the emergency room, $100, that's it. Doesn't matter what they do in the emergency room, $100, that's it. You're including your prescriptions and all that. Inpatient, you're laid up in the hospital for 3 months in the ICU, $250. That's all you owe. That's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be nice to have that insurance back, but who knows if that'll ever happen again? Highly doubt it. So, Planet of Memes, guys, is she wife material? Whatever. Well, it certainly warrants a conversation at least. You know, you definitely get the average guy's attention. Not sure if she's wife material, but only time would tell. Tara Bull, woman catches Chipotle trying to overcharge her. And she crashes out.
I'm making a scene. So I'm here at Chipotle, the manager. I'm on Folsom Boulevard, Sacramento, California. He's trying to charge me $11.75 for a soft taco that I wanted in it. So do you charge for extra lettuce toppings? Oh, am I? I'm making a scene. I'm not being charged the correct price. Correct. It's a soft taco in a to-go box. It's not a bowl. This will be going to corporate. This will be going to corporate. So he wants to charge me $11.75 because I added extra toppings. I don't give a fuck. Did you give me extra meat? Did you give me extra meat? I gave you. No, no. I give you an extra. So where does it say on here that you charge for extra lettuce and shit? Huh?
All right. I don't know. It doesn't sound like she's really getting overcharged. She's just making a big stink about it. Okay. AD, banned outfits at Disney. They're banning
This woman
outfits
was
at
just
Disney.
enjoying her day at Disney when security suddenly approached her. Turns out, Disney parks have a strict dress code. If you're showing too much skin, you will be asked to change. Break the rule, and you'll either have to buy a shirt from their store or leave the park. Yep, even the happiest place
Disney.
on earth has limits. Do you think
You gotta
this
buy
rule
our
is
shit.
fair or too strict? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Well, yeah, kicked out of the park. I don't know. I mean, yeah, dude, just buy a Disney shirt. You know, it's a win-win for Disney. The real Cherokee Owl, go to Italy and make sure you try this adventure. This is absolutely hilarious.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got...
Such an idiot. All right. And move on to the next as soon as I get this minimized. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. This guy really pushed all the Italian buttons he could find. Stressful encounters. I didn't expect to play this, but, you know, it's here. Might as well play it. Don't know what it's all about.
Every single Italian I pissed off in the year 2023.
Holy shit, that was loud. I'm sorry. Good grief. Pouring water in his coffee. Scissors. Ketchup.
Mama dear, come over here and see who's looking in my window.
Oh, wow.
It's the baker boy, and look, he's got a cannoli in his hand. If you marry the baker boy, he will come and he will go, and he will always miss.
Every single Italian I pissed off in.
All right, yeah, I'm sure you probably did piss off a lot of Italians. Dr. Jebra Fauché. This man could easily have completed a second term as president. Look at his vigor, his stamina, and obvious strength. They robbed us of 4 more years of decency in the White House, didn't they? I don't know, you be the judge.
Yay! Mr. President! Hi, how are you? Welcome back. Yes, always a pleasure having you, Mr. President.
We love you.
Is your whole family? I've been over a month.
Thank you so much for your support of your channel.
By the way, I keep pushing as hard as I can.
I know. Thank you so much. I'm Tanya. Nice to meet you.
Oh, man. All right. I'll just leave that one alone. Anti-left memes. If we took all MAGA men from ages 15 to 50 and replaced them with immigrants, violence against women and children would decrease to almost 0. So what do you want to tell this delusional liberal woman? Well, I mean, first off, I guess she assumes that every man in every third world country or every foreign country has never committed any kind of assaults against women, no crimes against women, never so much as touched a woman ever. Not so sure if that's actually the case. Probably not.
In a popular opinion, but if we took all MAGA men from ages 18 to 50 and replaced them with immigrants, violence against women and children would decrease to almost 0%.
I would love to see those statistics. Anti-left memes. Liberal woman proposes a gun buyback program run by billionaires. What's your reaction?
I have an idea. How about some of our billionaires get together and offer to buy back assault weapons or semi-automatic weapons?
She wants billionaires to own all the weapons in the country. I think that's where she's getting at. She wants billionaires to own all of the weapons that we have in this country.
And since they have so much money, they can give the money to the gun owners and then melt down the weapons. Because I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of the billionaires that we're very tired of hearing about, they don't really do much for philanthropy. They just like hoard their wealth. So maybe this would be a good way for them.
It's their money,
to
not
solve,
yours.
A problem which leads to the number one cause of death in children, which of course is gun violence.
No, dude, you couldn't pay me $1 billion to confiscate all of my weapons. That is not happening. I don't care how little that they might be worth or how much they might be worth. It's the principle. Well, at least to the point where, can I take that $1 billion and go buy a shitload of more weapons? Oh, no? Okay, yeah, I ain't selling my fucking weapons for any amount of money. All right, anti-left memes. Liberal man says it is time for the American people to lose their right to own guns. What is your reaction to him? Whoops. There. All right, come on.
I think it's time for the American people to finally have that talk. With the most recent school shooting that just took place here in the United States in Minneapolis, I think it is time for the American people to lose their rights to own guns. And here's the thing, you guys, you have to hear me out.
Body.
Donald Trump and this current administration, they have been very adamant about how violent and deadly the United States of America currently is. They have already indicated the United States is more dangerous than Baghdad, Afghanistan, Mexico City, Panama, Venezuela.
Well, obviously he missed his history lessons. A free society was never meant to be a safe society.
Everything. The United States is more
dangerous
than third world countries.
Always has been.
When it comes down to violence, death, and mass shootings. I personally believe that if the American people truly feel more safe with the military patrolling the streets, then the American people should no longer own guns.
Well, also, dude, a well-armed society is a polite society. If every single person, every law-abiding citizen were to carry a firearm and everyone in the public knew that, everybody would magically start being nice to one another.
Because here's the thing, you guys. No matter how many rules and regulations you slap on guns and owning guns, it's not changing anything. It truly has not changed a single thing.
Which is why we got to remove all those restrictions.
That constantly get changed
happening in the great free state of Florida.
Gun control are not changing the outcome. The outcome is still there. School shootings, mass shootings, concerts,
gun-free zones,
everything.
Gun-free zones.
There is still tragedy when it comes down to gun violence here in America than any other crime throughout this country. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this matter. Thanks, you guys.
Well, I commonly come up with an excuse or a response to that if a bank robber is going to go into a bank and rob the place, knowing that everyone in line are armed, are they still going to go rob the bank? I mean, just assuming that everybody in society is armed, nobody's going to go rob a fucking bank when all the customers are armed. That's retarded. All right, Colin G. Wood, moral of the story: return the shopping trolleys. I don't call them trolleys. Like, I think most people call them shopping carts. I call them buggies. I don't know. I picked up that word because my dad was in the Air Force when I was growing up, so I spent my early childhood all over the country, but we lived in Little Rock for a while when I was learning how to talk, and apparently everyone in Little Rock uses the term buggy, and I've always said that. Like, that's not a trolley. It's not a cart. It's a fucking buggy. Come on. All right, anyway, instead of dumping them, they are provided to assist you, and you should respect that. I think this is a skit. There's no way that this is real life, but let's check this out.
Excuse me, sir, were you going to leave that cart right there?
Yeah, someone will grab it. My hands are full.
Your hands are full?
Yeah.
You want me to help you out?
Yeah. Dude!
There you go. Hands are no longer full. Return the damn cart next time. The frickin' thing is right here.
I don't know, man. What do you think? Was it a skit? I think it was a skit. It was probably a skit, but crazy. Crazy if it wasn't. He's looking to get his ass beat. There's, oh shit, man. What is that YouTube channel called? I think it's called Cart Narcs. or at least that's what he calls himself, the cart narc. I think that's what the YouTube channel is called. If you're interested in watching like a bunch of shopping cart buggy drama in grocery stores where people won't put it in the cart corral, there's a guy that's got a whole YouTube channel dedicated to that. He goes around and he chews out people who don't put it away in the corral. And when they give him a bunch of shit and they jump in the car and they drive away, he tosses a magnet onto the back of their car that says like, "You got cart narked" or some shit. It's funny. It's entertaining. All right, why women get L's ran through their hoe phase.
I'm being so fucking serious. The next man that enters my life, he is required to take me out on 3 dates before he gets a sleepover and before he gets my clothes off. Okay, I'm being so fucking for real right now because here's the thing. As soon as you spend the night with a man, not even doing anything, they stop asking you out on dates. Then, once you sleep with them, they don't want anything to fucking do with you anymore, which...
Well, yeah, if you only date the fuckboys, obviously that's what they're going to do. If you're jumping on these dating apps, that's clearly what most of these guys are looking for.
Whatever. I'm tired of men sexualizing me and objectifying me. Yeah, I've made it very easy for them to do that in the past, but, like, I'm done. I'm seriously fucking done. Like, hookup culture is fun for, like, 5 minutes. I miss connection. I miss having feelings.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You don't want the nice guy. You don't want the stable guy. And these days, the stable guys are just walking away because they just don't want chicks that have been ran through for all throughout their 20s with racking up like a 3-digit body count with all kinds of STDs, which, by the way, I read this crazy statistic. Since the year 2010, babies that are being born with, shit, man, which STD was that? Not chlamydia. I think it was syphilis. Like it's over 1,000% increase of babies being born with syphilis, between now and back to going as far back to 2010. It's like 1,000% increase. It's fucking sickening.
I miss being yearned for. I miss yearning. I can't just keep getting obsessed with a man for a week or two and then moving on to the next one. It's too exhausting, and it's honestly like mentally draining. So seriously, the next guy that enters my life, he has to take me on 3 dates.
With the first one.
Not sleepovers, not hang outside his apartment. He has to take me to in-person public activity dates, whether it's dinner, whether it's going on a walk.
You get a coffee date. That's your first date.
I am tired of a man being like, let's go on one date, and then you...
Well, you know what? Men are tired of going on first dates that cost potentially up to hundreds of dollars. And a lot of these women, especially on those dating apps, they just go for the Instagram meal pictures, taking pictures of their plates and getting free dinner, a really nice free dinner.
You can come over, and you can just come over every time you want to hang out. No. What happened to romance? I want romance. Anyways, celibacy era is going great so far. So good.
Yeah, except marriage isn't just an endless Disney fantasy. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. That's why you take your marriage vows for sickness and health, for richer or poor, better or worse. I mean, because you're going to go through ups and downs throughout your life. And that's why you don't, put yourself out there to tons of different guys, bunch of different people, having a whole bunch of different sexual partners, because now she's going to expect the man that she's going to marry one day to be the sum total of all of those guys that she's been with because, well, yeah, you're really great and all, but you're not as good as this other guy that I dated like 5 years ago. I don't think she's going to verbally say that. That's just going to be running through her mind. Yeah, you're just not fulfilling enough. I'm just not happy enough. They're just never going to be satisfied. So I think that's why a lot of men are just calling it quits these days. Anyway, 9mm SMG. This is one of the worst things I've seen recently. Is he going to carry the baby as well?
Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it?
Did
you do it?
I am officially Mr. Mueller.
Oh, I think I saw this on another one. I played this on another one of my video nights, I think. I think I've already seen this. He took her last name. The balls are in the world's tiniest mason jar. In her purse.
What's on your shirt? I smell naturally.
I don't know. How long will you give him? 5 years? Maybe 3 years? I don't think it's going to last that long. Brandon, this soy boy, is having a mental breakdown saying he can't survive another year of President Trump, the evil orange man Cheeto in the White House. Oh, no.
We won't survive a second year of this. We will not fucking survive a whole nother year of this shit. It will only get worse. These motherfuckers are going to cling to power. We have to get them the fuck out and put them in prison. On September 2nd, after they fucking bombed a narco boat, right, which are not fucking narco boats, Also, we don't just judge, jury, execute anybody in the fucking open ocean in international waters.
Tell that to President Obama.
Of their own fucking country.
It was droning American citizens.
On September 2nd, ordered a strike on a boat. 2 survivors emerged from the fucking wreckage. Whenever they asked for orders on what they should do, Pete Hegseth
and they were captured.
Kill everyone.
Nope, they were captured. They weren't killed.
This is year 1, and they are already just openly fucking killing people. They're openly putting people in concentration camps. They're targeting political opponents. They're using the DOJ and the FBI to investigate anyone who fucks with them. Hey, we were 30 seconds away from all the files coming out, all those emails, and then now what? Oh, another mass distraction. Oh, now guardsmen are dead.
This dude really needs to get off Blue Sky.
Before, his name, the guy
needs to get off the internet entirely.
His name was Googled a fuck ton of times 2 or 3 days before the shooting. If it is not painfully clear, they are willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to keep in power and to keep people distracted. I don't know what else the fuck to tell you. Get the fuck out of our way. We have to remove these people and put them in fucking prison.
Don't ever give up the Second Amendment, folks. Don't do it. That's the hill to die on. Brian Atlas. Oh, Brian Atlas, the whatever podcast Brian Atlas. Actually, I think I already saw one of his earlier. It is at Brian Atlas, so it's probably, he's only got 37,000, whatever. Anyway, it appears that it is. It says owner, host of whatever podcast. I can't believe he's only got that amount of followers, because his podcast on YouTube's got millions of subscribers. But anyway, quote, why don't men approach anymore? Men no longer want to be publicly shamed for politely shooting their shot. I don't know why so many of these videos came out. These like a dating relationship videos. I think that on all the other videos, video nights that I've done, I haven't come across this many, at least not in one sitting. But tonight I did, I guess.
Aldi, and he asked me if I had an Instagram, and I hit
Hey,
him with
Aldi.
No, I don't.
I shop Aldi.
I don't. I'm a liar, and also afraid. Because then he said, do you have a Facebook? And I said, yeah, I have a Facebook, but I don't want to give it to you. Mind you, he's at least 45. Not in my price range, babe. Also, not interested. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
And tomorrow she's like, where's all the good guys?
Wanting to hit on someone and meet somebody in the wild, but also get away from me. You're 45. I know. I don't have an Instagram.
There's just no pleasing him. Not anymore. Not these days.
Yes, I do. But I don't want you to see it, and I don't want to connect with you. He said, oh, I was just wanting to try to connect with you. Baby, you're 45. I'm 23. I'm 27, but 23.
Now she's going to drive and film.
I'm too young for you. Get away from me. And I lie.
Look, I'm sure, at least I still hope that most women are not like this today. I'm sure there are millions of women in America that are perfectly lovely women. And of course, the internet it tends to showcase the worst of the worst. So at least just understand that not all women are like this, but there are a lot who are. So, oh man, we got another one. What do women bring to the table?
You know what's so sad is I grew up thinking men were great because I grew up with all boys. Like, I had all boy cousins, all my siblings are boys. And so I grew up thinking men were great. I'm gonna find my husband easily. But as the older I got, I want to say like around college time, I realized guys are mean and they don't want to put in the work anymore.
Or it was your single friends convincing you that men were mean.
And I just don't get it because there's so many great women out there. And guys don't want to court anymore. They don't want to like...
No, you don't really give them much reason to.
They just don't want to put in the work. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Like,
Quality.
What happened? What happened to romance?
Maybe.
What happened to trying? What happened to effort?
What happened to commitment?
You know? But yeah, I have stopped dating altogether, and
yeah, so have men.
I mean, I've been like this for a while, but I'm just focusing on myself, and
Why do you think David's Bridal went out of business?
All dating apps, like Raya. Well, I was only on Raya. I deleted that, and I'm just focusing on myself because, yeah, I don't know. You guys are kind of disappointing. This is kind of sad, but like it's the truth. Also, I look kind of crazy. I just came back from the park. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what's
I don't
so
know.
sad?
Yeah, I'd say both sides are frustrated. You know, the marriage rates are just abysmal. women are divorcing men at like what is an 80% rate or 75-80% of divorces are initiated by women. I think that's the statistic. But if they're college educated and there's a divorce, it's 90% by the woman. All right. Anyway, manly mentor. Rich people are rich because they understand this.
You start at 25, saving $100
Holy
a month.
Sorry.
And you do so every single month until you are 65 and put it in a good Standard & Poor's 500 index fund. Let's say in a Roth IRA with average market returns, you'd have $1 million.
Wow.
But if you wait just 10 years, $100 a month is $1,200 a year. For 10 years, it's $12,000. Not that much money if you wait 10 years. And you start at 35, at 65, you'd have only $300,000. So those 10 years cost you $700,000 at $100 a month.
All right. Hopefully that eardrum explosion just caught your attention because she was spitting straight facts. Absolutely true. $100 a month, 50 years, 40, 50, 60 years, in the millions or over $1 million. Patricia, newly elected Katie Wilson, mayor of Seattle, who is a Democratic socialist that is mirroring Mamdani. There is absolutely no way anyone can believe this imbecile was elected on merit. I mean, it is
41
Seattle.
years old, dropped out of college, never held a real job for any period of time, has lived off of her mommy and daddy in their basement up until 40. Never owned a car.
Oh, wow.
Rides
40?
a bicycle. She's a community organizer, making $75,000 a year now. Living in a one-bedroom apartment with her husband. They can't afford their bills with their child because he also doesn't have a job. Her mom and dad still cover her bills and daycare for her child, and you just made her the mayor of Seattle.
Hilarious.
$9 billion budget. This girl's not qualified to run a convenience store, and that's insulting convenience store managers. She's not qualified to start at an entry-level position, and you just made her the mayor of Seattle and handed her a $9 billion budget. This person has no real life experience,
good luck with that, Seattle.
No adult experience, has never accomplished anything of any consequence at all in her life as an adult. And you just made her the mayor of Seattle and handed her a $9 billion budget. And she says she's going to hire people of color, Native Americans, LGBTQ
it's illegal.
members,
She'll
and
get sued
open
for that.
grocery stores owned by the government. Yeah. Good
Well,
luck
maybe
with
not.
watching
It
your
is
city
Seattle.
burn. A city that's already fucking built on bullshit liberalism. And the same thing is going to happen in New York City.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you apply for a job for the city and they either straight up tell you, or if you could prove that they did not hire you based on the color of your skin, or if you're a man and not a woman, yeah, you could sue the shit out of the city and you'll win. But of course, it all boils down to the judge these days. Antonio tweets, "What's it like being Canadian?"
Somebody asked me to describe Canadians in a nutshell, and I basically said, imagine the government comes onto the news and tells you to eat dog shit. Like, don't use bags anymore, just incorporate dog shit and cat shit into your diet. And then the CBC runs a news article about how amazing dog shit is. And then Vancouver and Montreal open up a restaurant called Poutine. And then a bunch of people go online filming themselves eat cat shit. And then if you question the narrative, you get called a racist, a homophobe, anti-science, whatever, anti-blah, blah, blah. You know all the names that we get called. And then you question your own sanity because you're literally living in an open-air insane asylum with a bunch of crazies run by lunatics called the Canadian government. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it's like being Canadian.
Yeah, dude, Canada's cooked. Canada's absolutely cooked. You think the average house is expensive here. It's like $700,000 on average in Canada. But they spend like 65 or 70% of their income on just their rent or mortgage, something like that. I don't know. I read that somewhere. Daily Loud, they are saying this is the most wild Christmas decoration setup so far this season. See if they outdo the Griswolds.
It's the most wonderful time.
Yeah, I'd say they did.
With the kids jingle belling,
it's like Weeping Willows of Christmas lights.
Be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Reaping, glowing like the freaking sun.
It's the happiest season of all.
I can only imagine their electric bill.
Greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Christmas lights are cool and all. I ain't going overboard like that. It's just way too expensive. King Arthur fan Helen Keller is even more ridiculous than Stephen Hawking. Pure fiction. Look, I remember hearing about Helen Keller, blind and deaf, and taught herself like how to speak, and like didn't she learn like like 2-3 languages or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
Does anybody want to explain to me how a blind and deaf woman wrote not just one, but 14 books? Not only was she blind and deaf and learned English, but she also learned French, German, Greek, and Latin. Miraculously, she
5 languages.
taught herself how to speak through feeling the vibrations through her throat and lips. And people are saying that they could understand her surprisingly well once they got used to how she spoke. So well, in fact, that she became a public speaker. She flew a plane. The only deaf-blind lady to ever fly a plane. And for the cherry on top, she was the first deaf-blind person to ever earn a college degree. Not just a college degree, mind you. She graduated from Harvard. What world is any of this possible for a blind, deaf woman to accomplish? It is more believable that Santa Claus comes down the chimney every single year and gives presents to little children than that Helen Keller flew a plane, wrote 14 books, spoke 6 different languages, and was a public speaker.
I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. Dr. God Abagu. And this is, I believe it's another one of those like dating conversations. I think the lady who's in this, I think her name is Pearl. Not too familiar, but I think
men are 9 times more likely to commit suicide after a divorce. This literally kills men.
Yeah, exactly, because men actually benefit from marriage more than women do. And when you look at the statistics of like post-divorce mental health outcomes, men have worse mental health outcomes than women. Women are typically happier after divorce. And so if you want to argue that marriage disproportionately benefits women, like that's not true.
I'd be pretty unhappy too if I was on child support or alimony and I had a hard time seeing my kids.
And you had to support your children. What a hard life.
Well, you understand that it's not taxed. So the problem is they take over 50% of the man's income because it's not. So they have to pay taxes on the stuff they're giving her and take half of his paycheck.
To support his children that he wants to be involved in their lives.
Right, but it wasn't his choice because women leave the majority of the time.
It is his choice to relinquish his parental rights if he wants to.
What I'm saying is many men want to be married and they want to be an involved father. And they want to stay with the mother of their children. My point is if she makes the decision to leave, she should pay for it. If you want to leave, that's totally fine, but you should pay to raise your kid.
Is it not his child as well?
And he should pay for the time. That's why I said 50-50 custody off the bat, no child support, no alimony.
Yep.
So she gets to take on,
as far as the health insurance goes, split it 50-50.
On all of the child care responsibilities, but he doesn't have to like pay anything. He doesn't have to have any buy-in.
I didn't say all. I said 50-50 custody. He should have the kid half the time.
But doesn't have to pay any money towards it.
No, he should pay for the kid when the kid's at his house.
Okay, and so the majority of the time when the kid is at the mother's house, he doesn't have to be involved in any way financially?
No, she should pay for it. She has a job.
No shit.
Why should he have to pay for a kid?
He should support it.
If she chose to have the kid and she chooses divorce, why should she not have to pay for her own decision? That's the thing. See, there it is. You want all the freedom to do whatever you want, but you don't want to have to pay for it.
Exactly. Yep. All the freedom and none of the responsibility. Man, what a great clip. That was a good clip. I like that one. AF Post, a bridge built by the Congo's president's construction company collapsed on its opening day. The bridge was built for over $2 million. This was built for $2 million, dude. Like two dudes. You ever seen those guys? I think they're also here on YouTube. Those like two guys, they live in, I don't know where they live, like in Sumatra or Indonesia or something, but they like live out in the jungle and they build these incredible looking like underground homes, and they'll even build above ground stuff complete with like fountains and running water, and just looks absolutely crazy. They get I think one of their videos got like 100 million views or something like that. But I mean, just those two guys could probably build a bridge way more sturdy than this for free, most likely. Yeah, this is gonna go bad. This is not gonna do well. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. And there it goes. $2 million, huh? Oh, man. That was a big yikes. All right, Basil the Great, a migrant spat on a woman and she called him filthy. So, of course, British police arrested her for hurty words and let the migrant go.
So you have a problem with my words?
Yes.
Because a filthy migrant just spat on me?
Yeah,
you've got the issue with me.
We have a duty to challenge that language, yeah, because we're police officers and it's...
Because he's filthy and he's a migrant and he attacked
someone who spits on someone's
the
filthy.
Other one.
We're trying to help you report which is offensive, isn't it? We can't not challenge that language because... There's people in the public...
Okay, what's your numbers? So you'll find my language offensive. 1483
Yeah, I do find it
3028.
I'm still happy to help you with your
1192.
crime, but we have to challenge you when you use language like that.
Especially when you're here in the public as well, because obviously the people walking past us.
I think that's fair.
But I think filthy migrants attacking English people is disgusting.
Yeah, but you're also swearing as well, madam.
And that's an issue. Since when is swearing a crime?
I was going to say, what?
And you're in public where there's people, kids not too far away. People can hear that.
Well, I'm not interested in a PC lecture. If you want to take my details, that's fine.
Wow, man. They ended up arresting her, even though she got spat on, and then she called him filthy for doing so. Wow. Bill Madden, you cannot fact check someone out of a cult. You know what? This actually, I believe it. Yeah, this is going to be the last one of the video. And, oh, yeah, I mean, this has gone 2 hours. So, yeah, pretty good timing.
You can't fact check someone out of a cult. Politics isn't about truth. It's about identity. And you think if you just show them the facts, they'll wake up. Nope. You're not challenging their opinion. You're threatening who they believe they are, their identity. That's called the backfire effect. Look it up. When confronted with the truth, the brain doesn't update, it fortifies. So when confronted, they double down, even if the evidence is undeniable, even if the lie is obvious. Because believing the lie makes them feel safe. And belonging always beats being right. You're not fighting ignorance or stupidity. You're fighting fear. And the more smug, logical, or superior you try and sound, the tighter they're going to grip to that delusion. So stop expecting the truth to change minds, because it just doesn't. The only thing that's going to change their mind is when the cost of the lie becomes heavier than the comfort it brings.
All right. Well, that is it. That is all I got for this episode for video night number 7. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me if you subscribe. And I'll drop a new show every evening, Monday through Friday, covering the swamp and everyone living in it, which includes politicians, the agencies, the bureaucracy, everything that happens in DC. And during the weekend, I pretty much just upload whatever's on my mind, whatever I feel like doing. So sometimes it's political, sometimes it's not. Anyway, I also post daily episodes on X as well, so you feel free to comment over there too if you like. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and God bless America.